Welcome to this episode of Your Property Business, the video podcasts that help you get the most out of your own property business.
In terms of any light bulb moments you might have had about property, so the listeners are all the consistent theme is people are converted into property investors. What was your light bulb moment?
So, a big one for me. I've had quite a few, to be honest.
Right.
But I think probably the biggest when it came to the property side was, like I say, I was an accidental landlord. And then a couple of years later, I was watching this TV show and they were interviewing a landlord from up north who had amassed this huge property portfolio. And the interviewer said, how have you managed to get so many properties? And he then talked about how he just waited for, the property value to increase, so it has some capital growth in it. And then he would remortgage that. And with the funds that released, he would then go and buy, 2 or 3 more and just keep doing that. Of course, now we know that is, forgotten the word, momentum. That is momentum investing. I don't think there was a word for it back then. And that was really my light bulb moment. And I thought, why don't I start doing that? So that's exactly what I did. I started to release some of the equity, go and buy some more properties and start to grow the portfolio that way.
And so what was it about your, asking for help or, recruiting people? What made you do that? And why did you look to the Philippines to sort of help you with that issue that you had?
Right. Well, so first of all, when I came out of corporate and I started working on the property full time, I just thought, well, I'm going to apply everything that I know from my corporate background to my little property business, and one of those things was not doing everything yourself, building a team, having other people within your business doing things so that you could focus. I could focus my time on the high value stuff rather than the urgent stuff. And I'd heard about virtual assistants from the Philippines and how they offered great value, and you could get really, really good people, and because the cost of living is so much lower in the Philippines, you could still pay them for what's a very good wage in the Philippines, but a whole lot less than what you have to pay for people here. So I heard about that concept. So I decided to take on a VA from the Philippines. And actually, a funny thing happened. I was a bit nervous about having somebody that I've never met, thousands of miles away, doing stuff in my business. Was I putting myself at risk? So I decided to take on another VA as well from the UK, who lived literally 10 miles up the road, to manage and police this VA that I had in the Philippines. And I got to the end of the first month, and from the VA in the Philippines, I had loads and loads and loads of tasks that had been done. And from the VA in Dunstable up the road, all I had was a big invoice. You see that I've got anything for it. So I sacked the one from the UK, and since then I've been working with VAs in the Philippines, and that's all I do. I wouldn't work with anybody, VA wise, from outside the Philippines right now.